this is Bijou Baker. I'm Maria. I showed you in the past couple videos how to make my fireball apple pie filling. And if you're already addicted, well, yeah, join the club. We meet on Wednesdays. But I also make a fireball, kind of like a caramel. I know. It is. I'm sorry, but it is so damn good. Now, you take this, you drizzle it over your apple pie, yay. You can take this and drizzle it over anything. Now, for Thanksgiving, I'm gonna have my ooohhh cheesecake. I'm gonna make one of my cheesecakes. And then I'm gonna have just a bunch of different toppings for people to choose to put on. The baked, the fireball apple filling is going to be one topping, and then they can drizzle this on top of that. And then I'll have pomegranates and a pomegranate glaze that I made, and just a couple other things, because by itself it's great, but when you add something else, it just makes it happy. So here's my mise en place. I got my oven, my stove going. I've got 2 cups of fireball whiskey. I have a slurry, which is a thickening. It's just a thickening agent, okay? And it's cornstarch and water, equal parts. What did I use? I used about a 1/4 cup of each. I have a 1/2 cup of dark brown sugar. I like the molasses in the darker brown. A 1/2 cup of regular sugar, and about a tablespoon of cinnamon. Now, it's kind of hard to see here because it's a dark pan, but let me see how I can make this magic for you. Can you see that? All right. I'm literally just going to dump everything in except for the slurry. Now, I'm going to cook this until this is not a kid-friendly sauce. Usually, when you cook with alcohol, you want the alcohol to evaporate about 60 to 80%. I don't want it all gone. I want that little bit of a tart snap when I taste it. So I'm just gonna let this go for about 5 minutes. So I have my studio audience with me today, and Lynn was asking me why it takes so much alcohol. There's 2 cups, and that is a lot. It's not gonna make all that much sauce. It'll make enough, but you want to reduce it so you won't end up with 2 cups of sauce. I'm just gonna stick with that one. So it's boiling pretty good. And then she asked why, because I was just making some more fireball apple pie filling. And she asked why I made so many if I'm only going to make 3 pies. And I made 4 batches. Because I want them full. I can make 3 pies and they'll be nice and level and flat, and that'll be fine, but I want a hearty pie. So I made an extra batch to divvy up. That's really it. So this is going to a good boil. Man, you can get a good little buzz just standing off that steam. I'm going to take it off because I don't want it to go over. And I still have a lot of alcohol in it. Cooking with an electric oven is so different than cooking with a gas oven. And it's all about learning. You see how high it's getting? Ooh! Sorry, I just got a good whiff. But man, it does smell good. I do love my fireball. I'll admit that out. So it's actually only been a few minutes, so I'm gonna let it keep going. Okay, it's going pretty good. Once you add that slurry in, it's gonna thicken up real quick. So that'll be the last thing you do. Now, what other thing can you do with this? Who asked that? Oh, you. I'm gonna tell you. You wanna stick some in your coffee? Wanna put some in your hot apple cider? Yeah. Wanna just drink it? There's a lot you can do with this. Oh my God. You know, I'm always saying, oh, it smells so good. If you have sinus problems, make some of this, it'll clear it right up. Smells. Yeah, it does have a bite, so you really don't want the kids to get any. Just make their own. You can make it without Fireball and use cream and you're good, but and a lot of cinnamon. But that's safe. All right, I'm going to add the slurry and watch how fast it thickens up. I'm actually going to turn the temperature off. And for an electric oven, that just means it's going to be low. All right, so I'm taking it completely off so I can just, oh man, that's perfect. You see how it's going down? See it going down? And then it'll get much darker. There it is. Okay, off the heat, I'm going to add the slurry. And yeah, if it sets, you're going to have to just whisk it again. That's all right. That's all it's doing is equally distributing the cornstarch in the water. And it's going to turn a caramel color. It's still, the temperature is still hot. All right, I'm gonna put it up just a bit to get it going again. I'm not gonna keep it on long. And you'll see it thicken up. So weird stuff, kind of cool, right? I don't have one of those contraptions where you can see over my workstation, so I want to thank you right now for bearing with me. I'm just careful with the heat because I don't want it. If it gets too thick, it'll get pasty. I don't want pasty. This is one caramel I'm not going to put vanilla in. See it boiling? That's good. It's so much different on a gas stove. And it's going off, and you're going off. Yeah, I can feel it thickening up. When you take it off the heat, it's going to calm down. It's just going to completely calm down and relax. Then I'm going to stir it up again by putting it back on the heat. And I don't want it so thick that it spreads. I want to be able to drizzle it. Oh, I could feel the little resistance on the bottom. That's it. I'm going to let it sit like this. Ah. Okay, and you know it's done when it'll coat the back of your spoon nicely. See that? Oh my gosh. See how it coats the spoon? It's perfect. It's still soft enough to spread, to pour. And when it cools, it'll get a little bit thicker too. So this beauty is going to sit for just a bit. Then I'll let you see what it looks like when it's cold. Oh, hi. Sorry. Okay, so this is thickened up a little bit. Man, I'm going to get you guys in so much trouble. Sorry. All right, take a look at this. Is that beautiful or what? All right, so what I'm gonna do, I so want to stop and lick this. I won't, I'll be good. Here, Lynn, lick this. she'll do it, she likes this stuff. Okay. But it's drippy. Yep, it's good. All right. So I'm going to pour them into jars. I can, so you know, wait. Yes, I can because I can, but I can as in I can jars. I can preserves. I can that stuff. My dad used to, you know, when we couldn't finish eating, he would say, you eat what you can and what you can't, you can. That confused the heck out of me for years. But because I make canned preserves and whatnot, I've always got jars around the house. There you go. So I'm going to just pour them in and get them set. Beauty mess. Oh, rats, there's too much. Silly. There's never too much of this. Before I put the top on, I'm going to let them cool just a little bit. They will get thicker still. Now, I'm doing a lot of my Thanksgiving prep work way ahead of time. If this is your first Thanksgiving, please do not waste it stressing. People have come to the conclusion that if you don't make it on that day, it's not good. Wrong. Wrong. Let me tell you, I've been starting some of the prep work, the sauces and all the sauces that I'm going to make. They're made. They're in the refrigerator, waiting to be used. It's really hard not to dig into them, but I will be good. Not a sentence I usually say. You have your family, you have your friends, you have your loved ones. They're going to see you. They're going to spend time with you. If they're there just for the food, feed them. But clearly the message is family time. So do what you can ahead of time and enjoy your family. I'll tell you what, I'm making my turkey the day before. I know. I don't present my turkey. Now, if I was presenting my turkey, then I'd want it full, in body, perfectly plattered and everything. That is not the life I live. We do a buffet style. There's just too many people to try to, you know, Norman Rockwell on another day. Thanksgiving is grub and dub, you know, and drink and grub. So I'm going to make my turkey the day before. It's going to free up my oven. It's going to take that stress off my shoulders. I'm going to shred it that night, and then I'm going to put it, because I'll separate it. I'll have the dark meat here, and then I'll have the white meat there. It'll already be pieced and cut and ready to put on your plate. I'll keep it in the slow cooker for an hour or two just to keep warm. I will put some of the broth that I got from that turkey, put it in, and just let it warm and macerate and the flavors combine and stuff. I'm telling you, do it smart, you know, because I plan to enjoy my time with my family. They're coming from California to visit. That's a pretty big thing, so I want to go out of my way to spend as much time with them as I can. So really, guys, don't be, in fact, I'll tell you what, I'm not even going to make a pumpkin pie. There's a ton of other desserts, but pumpkin pie, I'm getting it at Costco. Why? Because I'm addicted to their pie. And my ego doesn't require me to make a homemade pie to make everybody happy, because I know that will, and I don't have to do anything. And it's only $6. I'm cheating. All right, I'm gonna shut up now. I'm sure you probably turned off a while ago. I don't blame you. So try this, guys. Try this. You want some, but you really aren't a lot. Butter up some toast and drizzle it on. You can do so many things with this caramel sauce. Ah. Next time I see you, I'll be saucy. All right, my friends. Until next time, happy baking. Wait, before I go, as I'm trying to figure out, there's just a little bit left that won't fit in a jar. So I'm going to use it. But I put the pot in the sink. And Lynn goes, "What's wrong with you? I could have licked it." So let me just make something real quick. All right, so yeah, ice cream. What? Yeah, ice cream. Just a quick little, and I'll put a little bit on here because it's good and it's warm and it's amazing. It's just a little treat, but man, is that delicious. I gotta go now. This is calling me. This time for sure.
Ah, that was fun. Don't forget to like and subscribe.